Hi, I'm SQL Server MVP Lynn Langit, and in this screencast I'm going to show you how the Dun & Bradstreet SSIS Cleanse Match Batch component works. Let's get started. To understand how this component works, here's 3 incomplete business records that are actually from the same company. So after processing with the D&B Cleanse Match component, you can see that this is a completed record with an associated DUNS number. To install the SSIS batch component, you just double-click on the MSI and then you select either the synchronous component, which is covered in another video, or the asynchronous or batch in and out component as shown on the screenshot. After the component is successfully installed, in the SSIS toolbox, you'll see in the Common section 3 new icons. The Cleanse Match, which is the synchronous component, and the batch in and the batch out, which are the 2 parts of the asynchronous component. Included with the installation is a demo, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at that now. First, to the files. Once you unzip, you'll see that you have a solution file, and then you have a number of sample CSV files, and if I double click inside of here, you'll see that you have some DTSX packages. I recommend that you open all 3 packages in Visual Studio SSDT so that you can understand how this component works. So I've done that, and we'll go ahead and take a look at that now. So in this first component we have a data flow, and if we double click into the data flow, and this is the request only sample, you'll see that we have some CSV input and then we have the batch in. Now this is very much like the synchronous component, and we'll go ahead and look at this so we can see how this differs. In the input settings, we do the matching to the incoming input. And if we go to the advanced editor, we'll see because this is a batch component, we have the ability to set the concurrent threads and, most importantly, the max record count per batch. As with the synchronous component, we get pre-validation failure output, but in the asynchronous or batch component, we get batch error request output. So I'll show you what that looks like. And you can see those are just our errors related to the batch. And we get batch job information. And let's look at that. What we get here is the batch job ID and the receive time and the number of records. This will be important in the second part of the batch process. And the sample package for this is the batch response only. So this is a data flow task, and here we have the input assumed to come from the previous task. And let's take a look at this component. You'll see that it takes as an input only the batch job ID because this is our batched process. Output from this task is batch error response. And you can see we've got information related to the batches, data error, which is data error with the error codes, no match, and match. Now, pulling this all together in our sample package, we have input, and then we have our cleanse match batch in, our failure, then we have our batch error, our batch job output, and here we've added a multicast task. Then we have batch job information, so let's take a look at that. That's that batch job we saw in the previous example. And then we pass those results asynchronously over to the batch out, and then we have batch error, data error, no match, and match. So this has been a quick demo of the new Dun & Bradstreet SSIS batch components. These are often used for scenarios with high data volumes so that you can control the flow through the SSIS data pipeline. I'm Lynn Langit for Dun & Bradstreet. Have a great day.